Hi everyone, and welcome to another video. Today I have with me a very special device. Yep, that's not a laptop. This is the Galaxy S23 Ultra. Sorry for the quality of today's video. It's going to be on Full HD only, on 30 FPS. And that's because I'll show you a few comparisons today with other devices. So I have not left with any other device that has a higher quality of video. So sorry, but trust me, it's worth it. I have a lot of things to show you. And well, this is on today's show. This is the S23 Ultra. This is the SM-S918B/DS with 512 gigs of storage, 12 gigs of RAM, and it's made in Vietnam. I don't know if there are other regions and it's being made in other regions, but this came from Vietnam. This is the Phantom Black. I've had, before this one, I had the S22 Ultra in Phantom White, I think, or something like that. So that's the device. And because today, or maybe this year's phone is really looks like its older brother, the S22 Ultra, which is my daily driver. And this is why I've upgraded myself to a newer device. I would like to show you how they look and what's being different this year. Anyways, let's start. So, let's open up. I guess maybe this year we'll have a case, maybe. No, just a cable. What else? More nothingness. And SIM tray injector. Nothing too impressive this year, actually. So, I don't think that's the phone. I think we have to flip it, and there it is. In a beautiful black. Yep, the corners are a little bit more straight and looks just like the previous year's S22 Ultra. Put them one and above one, and yeah, everything is really similar. Let's see on this side. So they've changed location a little bit of the speaker and the kernels. As you can see, this one is a little bit more straight. This one is a little bit more angular. On the left side, nothing new. Well, maybe just the line of antenna over here is new. Except for that, nothing. What else? On the back. So yeah, this year, the only way to know if you have the S22 Ultra or the S23 Ultra is by looking at the lens of the camera, and you'll see that they have like this little bit of halo of the color. This is the main thing that you know that this is the S23. There is basically nothing else that you can know. What phone do you have? So let me start it up, and here it is. So this is the S23. We have a beautiful login screen, and let's open it up. Yep, it's a very similar experience like the previous year. So again, this is my main driver, so you'll see a lot of things very similar. And here we have new screen. Here they are. Before we proceed with the rest of the hardware and what's new, I wanted to show you how the box was looking like 1 year before that. So if we're opening up both boxes, which are having very similar size, you can see that this one took all the place inside it and had all the cards that we used to have, just looking a little bit different. Except for that, everything is very, very, very similar. The external, of course, you can see the phone on the outside, but except for that, very, very nothingness. And here it is, came back from a little bit of charge. So how does the phone feels in the hand? If we take the S22 alongside it. Well, to be honest, nothing really major. Yeah, the sides of it are a little bit more straight, so it's a nicer way to hold it. But I don't think it's a major change. I don't think it's really interesting enough to see, because we still have the sides, which are annoying. Regarding weight, to be honest, and I'm being honest over here, the weight is a little bit different, but it's, again, nothing you can feel and say it's different, but definitely the S22 feels a little bit heavier. I don't know by how many grams, if at all, but maybe it just feels in the hand, and maybe because I feel like the S22 Ultra is a little bit slimmer. I don't know if you can see it, but in the hand, you can feel like this one is 0.1, 0.2 slimmer than this one. So, yeah. So what's new in terms of hardware? Well, not a lot. And the names are very similar. So previous years, we had in the screen department, we had the Gorilla Glass Victus Plus, I think, right? Well, this year we have the Gorilla Glass Victus 2. And what about the CPU? The CPU is a Snapdragon Gen 1, I think, Plus, right? Similar. This year's is Snapdragon Gen 2. It should be a little bit faster, a little bit energy saver, but from what I've heard by this day, by those 4 days, people are complaining that the battery draining fast. Well, every technology, every device you'll see on the market today that's coming new, you'll see that the battery is going drastically faster instead if you're taking it with the older device. And that's because the older device has updates, has new things, has everything software related is being fixed over the time. This is fairly new. So those things can happen. Just give it time. I know Samsung will fix those. And just because this is another processor from the Note series, I have a very old, much older Note over here. This is the Note 8 from, I don't know, from about 5 years, maybe even further than that. Well, over here I have it with me. So you can see how different and how we've everything's changed over the years. We no longer have these giant chins. We do have a small chin, but you can barely see it if you're using a dark theme. We have a big head over here, which with the S23 Ultra, we don't have such thing. And the most annoying thing that we used to have, and finally we got rid of, is the Bixby button. So, Samsung, thank you for that, for getting rid of this huge annoying thing. Another thing that we've been missing, and I think most of us are missing those kind of things, are A, the aux. We no longer have an aux coming out from those devices anymore. Because it's so black, we can barely see it on the camera. And that's another thing that we've been missing for the last, I don't know, few years. We no longer have a finger indicator on the back of the screen. We do have it on the screen itself, but not on the back. And for some people, even me, it was really, really nice to hold it like that and opening the phone, but we no longer have those. But you know what's really, really interesting to see this year? How are the pens? Have they changed anything? So, let me take it out and show you. Yep, right here, I am writing. I love it how they've done it, that while painting or maybe scripting with your pen, you can actually have a sound of a pencil writing down on a paper. It's wonderful. It's really wonderful to feel it in the hand. It's really wonderful to write it with. But the thing is that I really wanted to check is how different are the pens, and are they compatible from this year to the previous year? So let me show you something that will shock you. You see that it's white, so it's from the S22. It fits it, right? There is no sound. I think there is a sound, but for me I've disabled it. Will it work on the S23 Ultra? Yes, it does. Will the S23 Ultra work on the S22 Ultra? It is. So I don't know for how many years by now Samsung disabled the ability to use a pen from a year, from the previous year to the further year. So not anymore. We can use pens on both devices from any device. How wonderful. I think that's something small that's just note owners would appreciate. So this is how it is this year. But, you know, every year Samsung does make little tiny changes. And this year they really touched everything that's related to the camera. So as you can see, I have a big onyx over here, a little bit of flower, and a smaller onyx over there. I'm going to shoot with both of those devices, and I'll upload the video with pictures that I've taken in this video, and a little bit more, like videos and photos. And you can check it for yourself, how it looks like with the new device, and how it looks like with the older device. But I can tell you, every year is wonderful. And this year we even got some kind of macros we've received. Let me show you some settings that we have new. We have over here, I hope you can see it, 200 pixels. 200 megapixels. That's huge. The thing is, it's only taking pictures in 4:3, which is somewhat annoying for some people. For me, at least it is. But for taking videos and stuff like that, it's fine. And what about video resolutions? Well, this year we got upgraded a little bit. We have 8K at 30 FPS. Future videos will probably, I'll take them in 8K. But let me know what you think. Which is better, 4K 60 FPS or 8K 30 FPS? It really depends on you and what do you want, because you are the people who are watching the videos. And for the part that we all, well, at least me, be waiting for, are benchmarks. So I'll start with Geekbench, which is really wonderful. A way to see how your device is acting up. This is the new device. Those are all the informations. The CPU is ARM v8. I think it's just because the device is really new. They still didn't figure out the names, which is kind of cute, but yeah. And this is the S22 Ultra. As you can see, the CPU on the S23 Ultra is a little bit faster, and yeah, that's basically the only thing you can see. So let's run both of them and see the results. Let me know, and we'll see how they act up together. I'll be back once those are done. While doing the test, we can see there is a little bit of gap between them, but it doesn't mean anything yet. Wait for the results and we'll see what it says. So here we have the results, which are what we've been anticipated, but yeah. So on the S23 Ultra, we have on the single core 1586. On the multi-core, we have 5098. On the S22 Ultra, we have on the single core 1203, and the multi-core 3363. So yeah, there is a bump in those results. The multi-core is really higher, much higher. Those numbers are like laptops numbers, like i5, i7 this year. Let me show the rest of the results, if you are interested. Yeah, it's a little bit different from using a laptop, which shows everything much easier, but we'll live with what we have. And let me get a little bit closer. I don't know if you can see, but in every single test, the S22 Ultra is behind. I'm going to run 3D benchmark as well, but as we can see, those two devices, I've started them in the same time. The S22 is a little bit faster or not. We'll see which one is finishing earlier. Yeah, they've done really close, and the colors are a little bit different, but yeah, let's run both of these. And let me come back to you once they are finished and done, and get with the numbers. Wow. I'm sorry for talking while you've not been waiting for the numbers. I don't know if you can see, but there is literally a lag with this one and nothing with this one. You can literally see a video running like you're watching a movie. Over here, like you see, it's running a game. It's beautiful on the S22 and on the S23 Ultra. Sorry for the mishap. So back to the numbers. So the S22 Ultra came with the score 2528, and those so those are the numbers and everything, if you are wondering. So it's better than 70% of all the devices. Lower FPS, and yeah, that's basically it. But, and there is a huge but. Let me show you the results on the S23 Ultra. Overall score maxed out. Average maxed out. Everything has been maxed out. The FPS is beautiful. The frame rate is beautiful. Everything is showing just. Everything is wonderful on this device, and I've felt it. It's something. You know what? Let's have the same test because I think it didn't have the same test, and let's run it once again. So yeah, the test was different, and I'm sorry, but you saw numbers for other benchmark which were out of this phone's league, and this is much better with much more normal frame rates. And let me come back to you with the numbers. So this is what is actually the benchmark. I don't know why it recommended me the wildlife, the normal one, but yeah. Anyways, those are the numbers. So it got about 12%, I would say. Average FPS is 15.10 on the S22 Ultra, and the average FPS on the S23 Ultra is 22.90. Score is 86% better than every device out there. And with this device, sorry, I just can't repeat the name over and over again, is 92% from other devices. But again, let me show you the rest of the information. And that's basically it. And a little bit something extra, which we have never seen on this channel with cases and stuff like that. So I wanted to show you a little bit something this year which was weird for me. So let's take my old S22 Ultra and put it in its case. Right, it's in the right place, it's everything. Let me take it out. But I've also bought this case, which is mainly for the S23 Ultra. I bought it on the Amazon, and for about, I think, $30, something like that, I bought it. But let's see if it fits. And it is. It's fitting this device wonderfully, and it's really good. I really like it. Fits wonderfully. But how is the S23 fits its new case? Beautiful as well. So this year's phone fits like 90 point, I don't know, 99 point something fits the old. Yeah. The only thing that you can see that does not fit is over here on the ring. But if you are short and you don't have money for a case, this would do it. And I also bought a new kind of a case for me, which is the Author React. So usually I'm going with the Defender, or as you can see, the Symmetry, but the black external part of it, I really liked it. So let's open it up and see how it sits on both of these devices. So the S23 Ultra goes right in. I'm not sure that if I like the black on the outside and having like a clear back on the back, and like having this like I don't know, a monster's eye maybe. I don't know how I feel about it. How does it fit the S22 Ultra? Basically the same. Fits nicely. The only thing that the downside that I can see this case with the white version, probably the black version won't have those. You can actually see the top and the bottom, and it looks a little bit weird, but it fits. So not falling, and a Defender quality. So what do you think about the S22 Ultra and the S23 Ultra? Basically, I think those two devices that can done and do anything the same on both. There is nothing really changed, nothing major on the new version. It's just that I had to switch it for my own reasons. But yeah, if you have the S22 Ultra, don't even think about buying the new one, because there is, except from the Eternals, which I guess with time I'll know if there is a big change, but for now I don't see a big change, and I don't see the reason to buy another device for extra money. This year it's extra $100, something like that, right? Well, don't. And that's basically it. It's a beautiful device. It's a wonderful device. If you have like an older version, like the Note 8, for example, that I'm having over here, well, that can be a good idea. But if you don't have a really old device, so just, I guess, forget about it. Thank you for watching, and I'm sorry again for this video being on Full HD only. I guess it was worth it. And if you have any questions about the S22 Ultra or the S23 Ultra, please do let me know. I'd love to answer your questions. And thank you for seeing this video, and I'll see you on another one. See you out.